Hey everyone, this is Nona. Today's video is a little bit of a stretch. It's a little different than my usual videos. I was curious as to the different mannerisms each identity kind of displays generally. And I put together a few videos, a few sections of it, and we're gonna go through them. And I hope you see what I see, because I see a little pattern there. So let's jump into it. This is Theatrical Romantics. I have some verified celebrities along with ones that I think are theatrical romantics, and they seem to share the same mannerisms. So we're gonna watch a few, then I'll talk about it, and then we'll watch the rest. So we'll start with Nicole Scherzinger. I'm turning the sound off so you can just really pay attention to their faces. Okay, I'm gonna play some Jada Pinkett Smith.
Jaden is in Toronto.
And we're gonna play some Megan Fox. So, what I think that mannerism that is shared between theatrical romantics mostly lies in their eyes and the way that they use them, and the way that they think and process their responses. First of all, they don't really open their eyes like soft comedians do when they're very expressive, and they like look that way and this way, and then they like really change the direction of where their eye is looking, and they kind of look everywhere. I feel like with the theatrical romantics, they're a little bit more still, and it's like they're reaching really far deep to like conjure up some information or to like let it flow, and then they kind of just hit you with this very intense stare when they're like answering one of your questions, and it's just kind of like a strangely intense transmission where their eyes are kind of just really zeroed in on you, and information is just flowing through them, and then they'll break away, and they won't really move their eyes, but if they do, they'll kind of like up or roll their eyes or narrow them or kind of do something with their eyebrows. So that's what I've kind of noticed. So let's look at a few other ones and see if you see the same pattern. Okay, that's Elizabeth Banks. Christina Aguilera here. This one's a little blurry, but I thought it was a good example. Of course, they do smile, but if you just look at that stare, okay. Let's look at Mila Kunis. And let's look at Rihanna. Rihanna is a little bit more side to side, but she still has that like conjuring force behind her movements where it's like she has to go inwards and then bring it outwards. And then this one, it's a different one. It's Jane Seymour. And she looks quite different. You know, she has like bigger, more round eyes, so the effect isn't quite the same, but I still see some similarity here. It's that intense gaze, and the eye doesn't move too much. And if it does, it's not widening, and it's not curling up, it's not furrowing. It's more or less kind of still, or it narrows, or it does a slight, furling, but it doesn't really go all over the place. So just to give you some contrast to chew on, let's play the very animated Reese Witherspoon. She's just kind of like much more variety in her eye movements and her way of giving information, of giving her response, is a little bit more back and forth. It's like she's taking place in two spots. She's in her head, but she's also very out here. It's a little bit more extroverted of a communication style or a transmission. So, I mean, I know it's a little bit of a stretch, but I think it's very fascinating to watch people and watch the way they move and kind of see if there's a correlation between your physical appearance and the way that you actually move, the way you communicate, because that's what style is. It's communication, right? So, I know it's a stretch, but let me know what you think. I'm just going to keep exploring that. I'm just really curious about it, and I'll keep looking for patterns, and I'll tell you what I find. But all in all, I think theatrical romantics have a very tight eye region for the most part, and they go really far deep inside themselves when they're replying to you, and then they'll just look at you a bit more intensely, and they'll keep looking at you while they respond. It's like a very contrasted, either very inwards kind of pulling out of information to a very, very direct, almost magnetic, intense stare. And they're just kind of transmitting a lot of energy with her eyes. So, yeah. Maybe this is what quarantine does to me, but I probably would have been obsessing over this anyhow. So, yeah, let me know what you think, and can't wait to make more videos. I'll see y'all later. Bye.